I am here with Alice Richardson, who actually grew up in HTB. So you're part of the HTB family. In this season of your life, you're a stay-at-home mum. Tell us a bit about that, because I'm sure that doesn't just mean that you stay at home 24/7. So who's in your family and what does your average week look like?
I am married to Paddy, and we've got 3 children who are called Romy, who is 8, Hazy, who is 6, and Wilbur, who is 4.
Most people would say it's been a year of challenges, and often we can feel like the challenges we face are unique to us, and some of them may be, but actually some challenges are universal regardless of background, class, gender. What would you say is kind of the biggest challenge that you faced in your life?
One dark night in September 2015, a doctor appeared in our kitchen and told us that our second daughter, who at the time was 18 months old, told us that she had leukemia and that we needed to wake her up and take her to hospital. So we woke her up, took her straight in, and after 10 days, we were given the diagnosis that she had an extremely, extremely rare form of leukemia called juvenile myelomonocytic leukemia, which affects 1 in 2 million children, and for which they imagined the only cure would be a bone marrow transplant. They had to put out this appeal to the world, who could save her life, who could donate their blood. It's literally blood, but it's way more complex than that one. They finally found one, and we moved into Great Ormond Street Hospital for what is a sort of, they say, 3 to 4 month period of isolation. She's confined with the parents. So one parent can stay with, I stayed with her or Paddy stayed with her, and we took it in turn. So whichever one was with Hazy, the other one was at home with the newborn and with our eldest, and then we would switch. So we just sort of passed like ships in the night for this 3-4 month period when life was literally sort of basically leaving her, because the treatment is as terrifyingly potentially fatal as the cancer. Anyway, then towards the end of the treatment, it was like 3 months in, and she's relapsing. The leukemia is too aggressive. It's coming back, and her body can't fight it off anymore. So that's it. Basically the whole of the last 3-4 month period of isolation, of turmoil, of uncertainty, of upheaval, of watching life literally kind of waste away from her. It was all voided.
One of the things that strikes me about you is you've been through a lot, but you don't look like what you've been through, which is a testament of your faith, your strength, your support system. But sometimes, even though things don't appear to be taking a physical toll on you, they can be taking a mental toll. And so when you realize that you were then going through that, how did you deal with that?
We're not promised an easy ride, but there is this comfort, there is this presence, there is something in the fire. It's remembering that glory and trouble coexist in the same day. It's the same thing. It's accepting this kind of framework of living. And I'm coming to realize that, and it's day by day I'm coming to realize that it's this side of the veil will be marked by tears, but it's not why all of this is happening, but how can I use this season, or how can God be glorified in this time?
Yeah, it's funny you should mention God being glorified in this time. And also you mentioned earlier about light and darkness. When I found out I was speaking to you, I Googled you because I thought you sounded fascinating. And I came across this guy called Hero who you met in the hospital. Can you tell us a little bit about Hero?
Yeah, so, remembering Hero now, it just, wow. Yeah, so every day they would clean our room, and every hour somebody would come in and clean. And every day at 4 o'clock, it would be Hero. And Hero was from Nigeria, and he had this smile that just lit up our room. And we found out that we were the first people that had ever asked his name. We got to know him, asked him questions. What does he like doing after work? And what is his family like doing back home? And what does he want to do when he finishes working at Great Ormond Street? And every day I would see his approach. I would see him coming to the door. And I knew that he was looking forward to seeing how Hazy was doing. She would be attached to all her drips, you know, no hair, eyes like caverns, skin like falling off her bones. And he really wanted to check on her progress and see how she was doing.
Wow.
And actually, we would look forward to him coming to see us. It was like him coming in kind of like distracted me from the fear, and
Wow.
turning my questions around and sort of asking him how he was doing. And actually it was like he was Jesus, like coming into our room every day with this love and with this energy, and just it was this most amazing thing that just literally melted away our fears every afternoon at 4 o'clock. And that was our friend Hero giving us hope.
Hazy has the all clear now. How did she get healed?
So after this kind of it was 3 years of this isolation, this kind of brink of life and death and family upheaval, this German volunteered his bone marrow. She had the 3-month process. She went through it. She had all sorts of complications, but she survived. And she was made new. And they call it a second chance at life. Paddy and I just, you know, we can't even look at her without feeling this grace. You know, we escaped death. We got through it. We came through it. She is alive. She is well. She made it.
For anyone that's experienced similar to what you've experienced, or anyone that's actually lost hope at this time right now, feeling down and disenfranchised and desperate, what would your advice be, or what would you say to them in terms of finding hope?
I think it's Corrie ten Boom who said that there's no pit, there's no pit so deep that God's love is not deeper still. And that was really our experience, that no matter how dark it got, there was still something that kept us loved, that was deeper, that was bigger, and God's love was bigger. And just the last thing I'd say is that it's better to do, in my experience, I found that it's better to do lack and loss with Jesus than without. Wow.
I really wanted to ask what kind of rap and hip hop music you've been using to get you through the difficult times. But seriously,
that's probably a question for me. Jump in.
Alice Richardson, it has been absolutely phenomenal talking to you, and very inspirational for me personally, and I'm sure many people will feel the same. Thank you.
Thank you so much.